All right, here we go. It's Mason Jar Monday at 8:17 every Monday. Mason Jar Monday with our friends from Honor Credit Union. Financial tips, hopefully turning those, Mason Jar coins into dollars, right, Scott McFarland?
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
And I think we've been doing pretty good. We've been doing this feature for, has it been a year?
It's been over a year.
I
think so, yeah. So there should be some big Mason jars. They better be. They better be. Or maybe I need to give better advice. I don't know.
I think they are.
Yeah.
Because they tell me
they
when
gotta
I'm
be.
about, you know what? They love this feature. They're making some extra cash, and I don't need anything. I know you don't need anything, but
nope.
Maybe when they see us around town, they buy us like a Dairy Queen, Blizzard or something. That's just something to just
for that little tidbit of knowledge we're sharing on a Monday morning. Knowledge tidbit sharing. We'll keep it Mason Jar Monday because it's a lot easier to say that. So, hey.
All right, what are we talking about today?
Well, it is graduation season, as you and I were talking about before we got in the air. And recent grads, we got some money-saving tips and ideas for them, whether it's one of them is on the college side, but there's also some on the high school education side, just to help you build that Mason Jar early. Because as I talk about when we're out and about is, all the recent grads have something on their side, and it's hard, Bill, that we don't have that, but they have time, and ours is a little shorter these days than theirs is. So, God willing, we'll be here a lot longer. But just in case, when you build that Mason Jar, time is on your side. It gives you a chance to build some savings, put it away for what you may want, need, or just a rainy day fund, which is always important. So, as they're getting ready, recent grads, this is for the college age. If you happen to have those student loans out there, and many people do, it's important that once you get that first job, start paying those down as soon as possible. They'll give you some time. The student loan companies will give you some time to pay that back. But if you start paying it early, more goes towards principal. Pay it down faster, get that out of there. So make those payments. And if you don't have that job right away, make sure you meet with your friendly local financial institution. Honor Credit Union might be one of those that you want to talk about how you could get that maybe bump back. That 6-month waiting period, there are some opportunities there for new grads to get that bump back too, and they can defer their payments until they get that first good paying job. So that's number one. Number two, this is for everybody. This surpasses all ages, graduates, everything. Keep your expenses as low as possible. Just because you graduate and got a job right away, and now there's money coming in instead of going out after the last 4 or 5 or 6 years, sometimes the first thing you want to do is go spend all of that. Well, don't do it right away. Don't take on the big expenses. Find a nice place to rent, but it doesn't have to be spectacular. Usually if you're in your first job, you're working a lot. So it's a great place to sleep. And after that, don't worry about it too much. It will come with time. So take that into account. It's all right to have a decent place to live. That's not a bad thing. A decent car to drive, but don't go over the top early. So that's a big key, is keep those expenses as low as possible, because that keeps more money in your Mason Jar. Finally, one of the hardest things, and this is even for all of us in the world, is ask for help. Yep, that's right. Ask for help. It's hard to ask for help when it comes to money, but there are places that you can talk to. Keep it confidential. Swing by Honor Credit, and we'll tell you about ways to build a budget, ways to set up direct deposit for that first pay. The other thing we'll help you do is, if you do have a couple of those loans out there, we'll show you how to pay them off early, because the best loan is a paid off loan. We'll even give you some advice on whether you should finance a car or maybe find something a little less expensive, and make sure you don't saddle yourself with all kinds of debt early. A lot of situations come up where you're excited about that new opportunity, excited about that new job. Take a little edge off that excitement and save a little money. Manage your expenses. Start to pay down those student loans if you've got them. And when you do, make sure if you do happen to need to go into debt for a car or something like that, make sure it's manageable. And that's what we're there for at Honor Credit Union, is to build a managed portfolio and a managed budget. So you build the Mason Jar, and some of those things out there will take money out of that Mason Jar fast.
Yeah. All right, it's Mason Jar Monday with our good friend Scott McFarland, CEO at Honor Credit Union. It's your money. Again, money savvy tips for recent grads. Begin paying your student loans. Keep your expenses as low as possible. And, ask for help. Yeah, if you need help, they are there for you. All right, get back to number one, though. Begin paying your student loan. What's the biggest, the most common mistake recent grads make when it comes to the student loans?
Probably the biggest thing you see out there is 2 and 3 follow right there. One, student loans can be very confusing. So I'd say ask for help. Get once you start into that repayment plan, the first ones to know that you're graduating beyond your parents is your student loan company. So you want to make sure that you have that all lined up. You understand what you owe. You clearly understand what your rates are. And what'll happen is people will have student loans in different places. And the best thing they can do typically is, one of the best things you can do is consolidate in that one space. You have it all in one place. The other thing is to assume that, hey, those are 6 months out. I can wait. That's why we say start getting used to that payment right now. Start working on that payment right now. Don't wait until you have another car payment or maybe an